Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna be showing you the power of full AP Malphite after the buff. So Malphite in general got a really nice buff, putting his passive on a much lower cooldown in the early game and still the same amount of cooldown in the late game. So it's a nice early game buff. Instead of being a 10-second cooldown, it starts out at 8 and then it gets all the way down lower. For your W, it got a late game buff by getting on a lower cooldown, going from 12 seconds all the way down to 10. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We're up against a Yasuo, not really a good matchup. I kind of thought it was going to be Cho'Gath for some reason, so I took a magic resist. It's not the end of the world. Cho'Gath's probably the worst matchup since he can sustain better in the early couple of levels. Looks like he probably took second win with his D shield. We took Arcane Comet, Mana Flow, Transcendence, Scorch, Biscuits with Time Warp, double AP, and then a resistance. We'll go ahead and start Q, max that first, E second, W last. Try to block our minions a little bit. Yeah, we're that guy. And we want to get our mana flow going as soon as possible without missing minions. We're going to be building absolutely full AP. So we'll be building stuff like Ludens and Shadow Flame and Rabadon, that type of stuff. Oh wow, all three, imagine that. Our mana flow is on cooldown, so is our arcane. Our shield's already back up. That feels a lot better. I can tell the difference already, because if a minion hits you, it puts your passive like on cooldown and it won't start recharging. So having a 2-second shorter cooldown is actually really nice, because you'll miss less CS. Like before, you used to kind of have to decide, oh, do I want to miss this minion? We'll go ahead and get our W level 2. He's not willing to trade with us. W's a cheaper mana cost, and it can make it easier to last hit. So I'd kind of rather have that for now than the E. It's mainly just because the mana cost diff. We used a corruption while our Q was in midair. His second win D shield build's actually kind of broken, so where I don't know if we can really whittle this guy down. We do have minion advantage to where he doesn't want to fight us per se, but we'll go ahead and dump this and look to get some vision. Hit that with an E. We'll pop another corruption. You ideally want to be throwing out your Qs in midair, then activating corruption to maximize its duration. Your corruption, that is, because while it's active, any attack you do against them burns them. As you can see, he's just full. I probably should have just reset there, to be honest. That would have been the smartest move. Yasuo passive is absolutely as balanced as it gets. He's just playing safe for now. We can always TP back if we really want to. He's playing overly safe, especially since we're low mana. Having TP is not on Malphite, because having flash doesn't do much because you already have your Arda gap close. We have a nice little CS advantage though. We're not getting to take full advantage of our passive since we're not getting to trade with him. Against people who are actually going to try to poke you, this change is going to be even more useful. But he's only stepping up like when his passive's up, so I can't really even hurt him. Got it, got it. Our mana flow's back up. We could try to hit him with something. Auto attack W reset. Nice. We're getting pretty much every minion. This isn't a bad matchup for Malphite, especially in the early mid game. We can slow his attack speed with our E, and we do outrange him with our Q. So I want to hit him. Our arcane's up. Auto attack W reset into the E. This is a very forced gank. We'll go ahead and pop a biscuit because we're very low mana, and we'll let our passive come up. Perfect. We can step back up. We can't hold a true freeze from this position. We need it to have 4 minions and be not quite so close to our turret. We can at least just kind of slow the tempo down, have him miss some minions. I don't want to fight there. That would be a really bad fight. We're better off just keep doing what we're doing. We'll stay inside. Auto attack Q reset. His shield is actually just so broken. Never had a Yasuo play this docile. It's kind of interesting. We'll go ahead and pop our other biscuit. Oh, we just missed 2 minions. I'll hit him with my mana flow and we'll reset. Our mana flow is full stacked already. When we come back to lane here, we'll be on a nice little power spike. We'll go ahead and TP back to lane. We'll go for the Lost Chapter, keep our mana up. We don't really need wards at this point. You could roam from base, use your R, then go back, but this guy stayed, so I kind of want to stay. We have a huge item advantage, so if we can get him to stay in lane, he'll be completely screwed. Auto attack, double reset into the Q. We got him to at least use his flash, and flash is a longer cooldown than our R or ignite. We'll look for the roam. Even without R, we can do some decent stuff here with our slow and whatnot. Probably go for the Jhin. Oh wow, that's fun. I can't see either one of them. That ability is kind of OP. You can't target them with anything targeted, and they're moving faster. So legit, like our Q just got giga countered there. Oh man. Go ahead and get a ward right here. This will guard our flank. That cost us probably about a full wave of minions. But at least we still have cannon. At some point, he's going to have to trade with us, whether he likes it or not. Got him with a corruption on that. Looks like he went for bone plating over the second win. He does have his R, so I'm a little nervous. At least Sin were to come. Didn't quite get him with our E there. We'll take the turret shot. Our passive will soak. Activate our corruption. We're starting to get some more damage on him. Now that we have some items, we can overshadow his overpowered constant shield passive. Maybe even look for the roam. With R, we can kill the Senna. It's just if we don't have R, she goes invisible and we can't even target them with Q. Makes it pretty impossible. They're really going to play that far back. It's fine. We'll get boots. I kind of want to stay, though. Yeah, these guys are playing really, really far back. Holy crap. They must have based. I don't think that was warded. It was control warded and Shaco broke it. We'll head back to lane. We have R, the corruption. We still have a CS advantage. Whenever you do roam, you ideally want to dump the wave, or you roam from base and TP back. Or you roam on a cannon wave so they can't shove it very fast on you. Missed the cannon. Very nice. It's always fun to do. I want to dump this wave, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. These guys are playing super kill heavy. They're fairly squishy though. They don't have like real HP items. Lee Sin's gonna get chunked there. Did some decent damage. We could actually stick around if this isn't warded. Just need Shaco to follow. Oh, it is warded. We have Ignite. Jhin may not even have Flash. Oh, it's unfortunate. Barely lived on that one. We'll keep coming bot with our R. We need to start getting mesh stacks if we're going to carry this game. Bot lane's losing. Jungle doesn't have any KP, but he does have CS advantage over the Lee Sin. Our goal is going to be to kill the Senna in team fights. Take her out nice and early. We'll probably do a part 2 so you can see these new changes against a ranged champ. Against a melee champ, it's kind of boring because they don't get to trade off with you as much. So it's just harder to see the difference since he didn't really even trade with us much early. Our arcane comets up. We'll look for the hit. It looks like our arcane even missed there, which is weird because he didn't dash and he was slowed. We got him with a second cheese wheel off the same corruption. Very nice. Can we get a third cheese wheel? And we do. We take a turret shot, but passive soaks almost all of it. We can kill him here in a second. Every time our Q's up, if we keep hitting him. That's how it works against most champions. It's just that before you have any items on Malphite, and Yasuo has this OP passive, you can't do quite enough damage to cut through it in a meaningful way. Down he goes. It's pretty much always R, auto attack W, reset, then E, then Q. Q has the most range, and you can only use it once in an all-in like that anyways, to where you end up using it last. Oh, God, we're missing a lot of cannons. Oh, that actually landed. Oh my God. I didn't juke it at all. We kind of moved into that one. At this point, I kind of want to just buy a Mej, but since we lost all our dark stacks, it seems like it would be kind of greedy. So we'll just look for the Sork shoes. Would like to roam from base, but since we died way after the Yasuo and we're higher, well, I guess we're not even a higher level. We just died that far after him. He got all the way back to his turret. Then we'll TP back. I don't want to miss minions that I don't have to. There's nothing for us to really roam to anyways. Oh, they got dragon. That sucks. We need to keep our Qs on him, keep his passive off. Activate corruption right as it was about to land because I want to get him with that second cheese wheel. Oh, he actually got us underneath the turret there. And we cheesed willed the cannon like an absolute Chad. Very nice. How many times is Lee Sin gonna come mid? He's actually here all the time. He ran his clone into him. Dude chunks. He didn't even have... It's not even full item. It's funny that he's actually still here. I could kill him at this point, I think. He does have Red Smite, though. Yeah, down he goes. We juked the Santa R, but we can't juke Lee Sin Q. Kind of interesting. Took down his passive. Now we'll look for the cheese wheel. We find it. Our passive soaks it. It's only on a 7-second cooldown right now. It's a pretty short wait. Auto attack W reset. Got to get a hit on each one of these. Back into the queue. This guy's gonna die. He's literally dead. We didn't even queue him. I just auto attack W reset. Rest in peace is Yasuo. Now we can get our loot-ins and start running this game. Easy peasy. We have a huge CS advantage on him as well. Your best matchups on Malphite are basically squishy champions that don't have a way to shield or heal themselves. So things like Vigar, Akshan, Vex, Yone, Katarina, that type of stuff. The things Malphite struggles against is Hourglass champions and shield champs. So Lux is really hard. Ari, the Fizz, Silas. Yeah, eat my Q. I don't have my R though, so I gotta go mid. It's a big wave crashing. I'm gonna miss 1, 2, 3. That's 4. We got XP from the 5th, so we really only missed 4. Need to get an auto on each of these. We'll hit that with a Q. Oh, I thought we could cut him off. He actually got around pretty quick. He does have tier 2 boots. Activated corruption right as it was about to land. Corruption plus the scorch is really interesting. Gives you a bit of a double burn. And since we have our Ludens, we can put a lot more damage on this guy. I want to take off his passive, preferably not with Q. That way the Q damage can really sink in. Another cheese wall with corruption. He loses a lot of health. And we can fake roam, maybe get him to step back up. And he can win wall that. I actually didn't realize he could win wall Malphite Q. There's a lot of abilities that Yasuo can't win wall, like a Syndra Q. Because a Malphite Q counts as a projectile. Goodbye, Yasuo. Later, Lee Sin. Yeah, that was a really greedy back from the Yas there. He was just going to take it all the way home. Going for our Q. Well, we did block the Lee Sin at least. There it is. Our R is still on a cooldown. We really need Mej now. We got the game rolling. We have the most kills in our team by far. Looks like Cho'Gath decided he's going to go mid. This is actually a much better matchup for Cho'Gath than it is for Yasuo. Yasuo's somewhat auto attack reliant, and our E slowing attack speed by nearly 50% is pretty hard to fight against as a melee. Whenever he goes into trade, he basically can't auto. Hey, Cho. Oh, that landed. My goodness. I'm just gonna run. It's not worth dying here. Even if I could stay and get a kill, I can't kill both of them. Now that Shaco's there, maybe. Hit with the W, E reset. Nice. That's gonna fill up our Dark Seal. We're nearly full stacks now. But our R is on a cooldown. This is gonna be not first turret gold. Rip. I thought it was. I could look to TP bot now. Go ahead and pick up this. Pick up some of this. Oh, Jin's running away. Probably not going to work now. Especially since I don't have R. I'm going to need more space to chase. If we don't have the space to chase, then we're not going to be able to kill him with just a Q. It's just a slow. Of course, it speeds us up as well, but we can't even click it on Senna if she's inside of her invisibility nonsense. Becomes untargetable unless you're close enough to her. And by the time you get close enough, you go to click it and then you can't see her anymore because you have to stand still to cast it. So it's really not good. Yeah, also is playing hyper docile. I feel like he's given up. He's probably on YouTube or something. Our passive's only on a 5-6 second cooldown now. Yeah, 6 seconds. That's awesome. Very similar to a Yasuo passive. I think Yasuo passive was quite a bit better before this change. I think Malphite passive is better now though. In terms of the shield, Yasuo passive does a few different things. Got the knockup, auto attack W reset, and the Q. RE auto W Q. Got some Mej now as well. Can definitely carry this game. Malphite mid lane is one of the best, I'd say, iron to gold mid laners in the game. Once you hit plat, he's not quite as good, but with these changes, maybe even in plat. Got on a corruption. Heat on that. Oh, that minion's hitting us. He's taking off our passive. He's stopping it from rebuilding. What a troll. What a little troll. Their jungle and top lane are both bot side right now. Ooh, Senna's here. I gotta back off for a little bit. We're up really far anyways. We should really try to rotate bot. He got hit with the corruption potion as well. The cheese wheel of destiny. Oh, he landed it. My goodness. I like how they're all just kind of hovering mid right now. They're hoping I go in. I kind of can now because I got my R up. We'll wait for Ludens and then we'll go. Ludens up in a couple of seconds. Gives you some extra damage and movement speed when you hit an enemy champ with an ability. I guess it doesn't even have to be champions. Just anything that you can damage with an ability. It'll speed you up and do some extra damage on a roughly 10-second cooldown. I think we'll just stay mid. I don't want to roam bot right now. There's two of them anyways. Passive soaks 95% of those at this point. Gotta keep dipping our Qs in. His passive's so annoying though. Holy crap. I want to play against a champion that doesn't do that. I'll attack W, reset E. You can E first. You probably should. Well, E does have a little bit more range. So your autos have the least range. Your W autos have a little bit more range. Then your E has a little bit more range. Then your Q has a little bit more range. So maybe you should R auto W then E instead of R E auto W. Because they will come out of your CC and try to escape. So the goal is to land absolutely everything as efficiently as possible. Maximizing your chances of landing it before they get out of your range. Which is why you Q last. Senna's not tanky at all. She doesn't have any HP or magic resist, so she's super easy to kill for us. I think my teammates are going to get wrecked here. They're up the farthest on the map. We'll hover. Kind of want to get some items though. You can get a Shadow Flame. Tear of the Gods. Haven't built that in a while in Malphite for AP. Probably not worth it. We'll go for Rabadon next. Tempted to TP in there. They're all fairly healthy though. We have the base speed up. Our R is up now as well. Yeah, you can't hide from me, Sen. I see you, buddy. With Malphite R. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. It only works when I don't have R, because then I can't even reach her with Q. She's freaking invisible. Sen has the weirdest invis in the game. It's the most unique. There's no other invisibility or camouflage that acts the same way that hers does. I guess hers is a worse version of camouflage if it didn't give an AoE camouflage and speed up. But since it's an AoE speed up and AoE camouflage, it's actually better than a normal camouflage like an Evelynn passive. Or a Rengar art for that matter. Cheese Wheel of Destiny. Whoa! It's doing some damage now. That's what I call the outplay. That's hilarious. Watching these guys get strung along. Down goes Yasuo, down goes Cho'Gath. And we're in full stride, baby. You just don't want to die in this champion. Hit level 6 without dying. Then you can start winning and start stacking your measure Dark Silt. Q did about 460. The burns are going to make it do about 550. Then plus the Ludens is doing 134. So each Q to Jin's doing over 600 damage essentially. Oh god. That's scary. Don't worry, Caitlyn, I'll save you. I won't let you die. I like how Malphite's head is tiny. There was a game for the PlayStation 2. I think it was called like Hack Signs 2. I think it was Hack Signs 2. I don't think it was Hack Signs 1. And there's this character in this giant armor, and he had a tiny, tiny little head. And that's what Malphite reminds me of. I don't remember if it was Geltz or Celts or Jelts. It was something. Watched my brother play that when I was like 6. It was sick. Best PlayStation 2 game, being someone who never really played PlayStation 2, but watched someone play the PlayStation 2, was like the Digimon World. Digimon World was insane. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about some Malphite action. Get him with the Q. Auto attack into the E. We missed the E because he flashed. Got him with one final W. Remember, your W, like I said, it does extend your auto range. Since we had our W on there, we could reach him before he got too far away. It should say that on the ability. I don't think it does. I wonder if Malphite Jungle is like spicy now because of the passive change. Like Malphite Jungle was a niche, but it could still carry if you got to level 6 in a timely manner. But now that his pass is on an even lower cooldown, it'll be easier to get it up in between camps, especially in the early game. R is about to be up and then they're going to surrender, guarantee it. 10,000%. Whoa! Look at that back step, though. Cho'Gath, I see how it is. I see how it is. We got some boxes, though. They can't engage on us with melee champs into boxes. Like I said. Well... Okay, yeah, they can. He windwalled my Q. That's so annoying. I don't think Yasuo windwall should work against Malphite Q. It's actually just too good. We lost so much Mej, and they also got 1,000 gold probably from killing us. Yeah, Cho'Gath got 1,000 Gs from us. That's more than 3 kills. A standard kill's worth 300. I do think they should nerf shutdown gold to give a max of 600 total gold on death. Like, getting two kills for the price of 1 is pretty sick as is. The whole more than triple thing, I think, is too much. Simply too much. All right, it's time to go top side. We'll hold on to TP. If I TP, he'll run away, and I want to hit some multi-Rs. Our R's level 3 with level 16 on a big power spikes, doing nearly 900 damage, plus 157 from the Ludens. So our R by itself with the Ludens is doing over 1,000 damage, and then obviously we have other stuff like Scorch and Corruption Burn. Very cool ability. Oh, the Corruption Burn's making the turret hit me. Whoa! Oh, it's so funny. Cho'Gath 1 AP, no wonder he's so squishy. He still has decent amount of HP because of his R passive. But, yeah, he's squishy enough for us to blow up. Very straightforward. Yeah, W is actually a pretty low cooldown. There you go, Senna. Why don't you sit on that one, buddy? 1Q almost just killed her. Oh my god. Jesus. That's some serious DPS. Damage per millisecond. Damage for a very fraction of a second. Oh, I gotta get out of here, dude. Passive's only shielding for 220. Scales off of HP, so early game it's pretty good, but if you're not stacking HP, it doesn't get much better. Whoa! Alright. Just looking for the right time to go in here. Oh, that's not good. I knocked Lee Sin out of the air with my R, but Jin sniped me. Jin in the Senna. Oh, that's unfortunate. We might need a Zhonya's this game. Because they have double snares. Choke after knockup. I can't Zhonya's if I'm silenced, but I can Zhonya's the knockup before it lands. I can Zhonya's the tornado before it lands, and both of these guys CCs while I'm in the snare. We have enough damage. Zhonya's isn't the best damage item. It only gives 65 AP, but we really need the passive. We need the active and stopwatch. This is most likely the last fight though, so we'll go ahead and grab a elixir of sorcery. If there's a really big fight that's going to decide the game, like Elder or Drag Soul fight, you should consider picking up an elixir. Just let them come out a little bit. Lame. Alright, we'll go ahead and do a part 2, and hopefully we're up against a ranged champ. I'll see you guys there. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2. This time we're up against a Silas, which is Malphite's worst matchup pretty much in the whole game because he steals your R. So late game and team fights, it's really hard to deal with because he's basically a tankier version of you since he can heal. And he has your R. We're going to have to snowball this game and try to end it early, which is fine by me. Our runes are practically identical. They kind of ended up getting mixed up a bit. I wanted free boots, but I didn't necessarily want the time warp tonic. I prefer pretty much anything else over that, but that's fine. It's kind of useful. Basically, it lets your potions heal you more faster. It doesn't actually increase the total amount they do heal you for, and it gives you a little bit of movement speed while you're on it. I wanted the free boots though, because I don't want to have to purchase those, and I want to stay on free boots for as long as possible. In terms of items, I'm kind of thinking of rushing down and Mejai's this game to get the game snowballing sooner. Rushing Ludens just doesn't give the same umph, so we'll get a Dark Soul ASAP, get some damage on this guy, and try not to let him heal off of us. That is the plan. I think our comp's very solid with the Yasuo. I'm seeing a lot of Yasuo bot lane lately. Lock him down. I guess we'll keep him off the minions until he's willing to eat a Q. We need to get our shield back up. It's a very short cooldown now because of the buffs, making it 8-second cooldown level 1 instead of a 10. It makes it much easier to get it back up. With that being said, he just kept it off of us, but he didn't hit us with a very good hit there. All right, got it back up. Perfect. We activated corruption in midair, and we're gonna pull back. We're taking a lot of damage from his ranged minions. Trying to get our shield back up, but we have this minion chasing us. It's kind of funny. I was trying to get that range minion, wasn't quite in range. We're going for another corruption hit. He's trying to heal off of us or something. Oh wait, he doesn't even have his heal yet. He has the dash and his Q, so he can't even heal off us right now. Now he can because he's level 3. The minion's focusing me instead of my minions. It's kind of hilarious. They keep trying to stop my shield from coming back up. Now we have our passive back up. We can look to take a little trade with this guy. I want to get him with a Q in midair. There we go. We stepped up for the minion. We do not want to miss cannon. I just realized we don't have a point in our W. That's a bit of a mistake. Definitely want a point in our W. Every time the minions hit you, it will slow your shield down. Basically, it ends up restarting it. So there, it hit us right as our shield was coming up, slightly after, so we got it. This guy's blown through both of his potions, so we're at an item advantage once we come back to lane, because he's going to have to rebuy those. We used our W to get that. This guy's out of mana. He doesn't have Ignite either. Oh, that was unfortunate. Very unfortunate for him. That's perfect for us though, because we need to start snowballing. He's gonna TP back to lane, so we gotta hurry here. Oh, our W actually didn't get there in time. It's a big wave. He definitely can't freeze that. It's way too many minions. One cannon minions essentially Essentially an 80 carry if it's actually attacking, and then the 3 ranged minions is an 80 carry. 2 minions is a Soraka auto, 2 ranged minions. We'll go for our Dark Sill, and we'll grab... Kind of want to go Night Harvester, but we'll play this way for now. Pick up Oracles and a Control Word. We're going to start roaming soon. Once you're level 5 and up, Oracles and Control Words really nice to have. We should hit level 6 before him, I'd assume. He's definitely going to go bot here. I'll go ahead and dump. He's missing for so long. We need to make him miss some minions. Step in between them, get our E down. There it goes. He is bot side. Even if he gets a kill, with how much gold and XP he missed here, and especially if we can get a plate, we can at least match it, if not build a lead. That's why following someone when they're really far away from you is almost always the bad option, because there's so much risk when you can get a guaranteed reward by staying for the plate. Auto attack double reset. Looks like Ezreal went mid to catch this. That's unfortunate he had that. I don't know if I die here. I guess not. He doesn't have the damage yet. Almost had the Ezreal. We did get his flash, which is kind of cool. Also kind of unfortunate that we didn't get the kill, because we're trying to get our Dark Souls rolling ASAP. Trundle R finishes her off. Late game, we basically have the Sona and the Yasuo. We definitely scale even on AP Malphite as long as our measure is stacked. On their team for scaling, they have Ezreal, Lux, and that's kind of it. Trundle only really scales if the enemy team has a big tank for him to R, and I'm not building tank this game, so our late game should be better in theory. Especially if I can get these Dark Steel stacks stacking. W is a better tool to shove wave. It costs less mana, and it lasts so long. Very nice ability. Oh, he's got my R now. We'll hit him with a corruption. Activated corruption a little early. I should have waited till my Q was... Yep, there it is. And that kills. All right, not bad. And that's why this matchup is absolutely disgusting. It's really freaking gross. We have to build some HP now, otherwise he's going to be able to keep killing us. We'll go for Night Harvester. This matchup just isn't playable anymore without HP. He has enough damage to kill us, and he has more than enough mobility to get to us. He has 2 different dashes. One's a skill shot, the other one isn't. Technically 3 dashes, not including my R if he steals it, so he'll have 4 if he steals my R. Therefore, we need to start roaming. We're not going to be able to win this by staying in lane anymore. We can definitely abuse him early, but once he gets our R, it's over for us. I'm only going to come back to lane if it makes sense to. Looks like Silas went and bought himself. His R should be on cooldown, though. The one that he stole from me. Ezreal's really low HP, so is the Graves. We'll slow... Well, Graves doesn't have enough mana. Ezreal... Oh, he lined up for me. That's perfect. I should probably leave this for Yasuo since he's here. If he wasn't, I would take all of it. We'll go for Dragon, and we're back in this game. We got some Dark Soul stacks and go straight into the mesh. I guess Dragon is a little risky since they have vision of it and vibes low if they do show up. Only because Dragons take so long now. He might actually be able to kill me. The second I see him, I'm going to have to run. As much as I would love to absolutely dump this wave. Once he can see me, he can kill me, and he's not even fed. He has low CS. We can't afford Mej yet, so we'll look for a roam top side. Trundle has a lot of attack speed, crazy all-in potential with the lethal tempo. We can kite him out, though, with Q, and so is attack speed with E. And of course she kills him before I can get there. Very cool. It's time to reset. They don't necessarily know where I am on the map unless this is worded. So hopefully we don't lose too much out of... Oh, she's not... As a jungler, you want to look to see if when you can take waves, this would be really good for her. This is worth more golden XP than 2 monster camps, and you could take it really fast as a jungler. We lost a full minion wave. Silas is looping down for the bot gank, or he's coming for the dragon. Look at those sexy pings. I didn't just ping my teammates. I gave them a picture, and they can decide what to do with that. That is the difference between a good ping and a bad ping. How clearly is the information being conveyed? And yeah, that's basically it. How clear is it? They know exactly what you're saying. Then it's a good ping then. And generally you have to use several for that to become communicated. Ezreal's under turret, low HP, no boots, could help Vi. I want some Mej though, dude. Who am I kidding? Someone should be able to kill her and get me some more stacks. That's what I'm talking about. He's gonna steal somebody's R. If he steals Vi R, that's fine. Vi R is... It's not half as good as Malphite R. So the best thing Silas could do at this point is... I think just shove mid. Especially if he thinks that I'm roaming. He needs to take my plates and punish it. He needs to trade off plates for his teammates basically at this point. We got our Mej rolling. I'm thinking about the Night Harvester for the HP. Or possibly even the Rocket Belt. Rocket Belt's really strong. His Q's on cooldown. He's gonna want to army though. Give me that cannon. Oh, I don't know if his R is still on cooldown or not. I don't play too much Silas. 5 ability haste compared to 5 magic penetration. That's a really tough call. I kind of think Rocket Belt's the better item. Oh well, we're already on the way to Night Harvester. Night Harvester is also easier to use since it's non-activatable. You can't forget to use it type of thing. Silas gets a kill. My R's on cooldown. I'm not going to use my TP to go back mid here. It's a short walk. I'll go ahead and shove this out. The Herald will nearly wipe that turret. I don't think it'll kill it because it takes out 2 plates in a sliver, and that's not quite a sliver. Nice. A lot of gold. I'm going to go get some Mej bot side. First item rush isn't that big of a power spike on Malphite anyways, to where I really do think the Mej is better if you're willing to play him and just not die and get off some good level 6 roam similar to an Annie. That's exactly what I was worried about. I should have held on to R until my Q landed fully, because he flashed it with his real flash. That's really bad for us. Now our R is on a cooldown. Now we gotta chill in lane, pop a corruption, and get some health back. He's a higher level than us. Wow, we've been missing a lot of minions. We pushed him off a lot of CS early, but he still got the XP. He just didn't get the last hit, so he's kind of down in gold from that, but he's not down in XP. Now he has my R. That sucks. And he has Everfrost. He can kill me. I'm not staying until I know where this guy's at. Okay, he's bot. He could devastate my Sona there. Like, big time. He's got my R too. Notice how I'm not pinging my teammates. They take offense to that. You have to ping what you're trying to tell them rather than yelling at them, because that's what it's perceived as. And they actually listened. Oh my god. People listening to pings in solo queue. That's amazing. You gotta up your ping game, guys. Your ping game is weak. You need some ping pills for your weak ping. It's pathetic. The pings where you drop it right on your teammate's head. They have no idea what you're talking about, and then they immediately mute you. Yeah, I've seen you do that before. We've all seen that. Irelia gonna kill him. He's toasted and roasted. That was a pretty crap TP on my part. Oh well. I think that's GG's. I don't think they're gonna come back from that right there. Irelia is doing really well. Really, the whole team is, for the most part. Wave mid. I don't really want to show. Their bot lane spawned in first. Might be able to do something bot. Auto attacked over set E. Sidestepped her Q. Down she goes. It's another 4 mesh. We need to walk Ezreal down because he's going to dash whenever we are. Oh, that almost hit. Oh, the Graze is here. I'm not sure, but I think that bush is warded. I'll tank turret for a bit. Yasuo needs to get the heck out of there, though. Holy moly, he's lingering big time there. Son is probably dead off that. Oh, I'm dead. If Silas got in range there, he would have R'd me and I would have been toasted. Got him with a Q. I'd like to slow his attack speed with my E. It's hard to get to, though. I don't want to die. Yeah, Irelia's Giga Chad mode here. Oof, got the Q. She heated up the turret. The turret's gonna chonk. That's a quad. That's GG's. It's Irelia meta. You've seen it here first. Yup, it's balanced. Yeah. That whole meme about nerf Irelia, it's real, even in 2022. It is very real. We have 22 mesh. We're actually kind of big now. Other than being low HP, we're enormous. Take him down, Vi. Teach him a lesson. Oh, I don't like this at all. I think he's going to steal my R. Get to the plant, Sona! Ooh! Oh, yeah. Silas is such a good counter to Malphite. He heals so much, you can't burst him. And he also builds an HP item mythic. So annoying. If you want to play Malphite mid, definitely just ban Silas. Every time you pick Malphite, they almost always pick Silas because it's such a well-known counter. Even my grandma knows to pick Silas. She's 81 years old. She's about as old as they come. Oh! Boo! Bobby! AP Malphite. Pretty fun, especially when your team has good CC to hold them still for you, so your R can't miss. That's when it's the most fun. That should be it. I don't think they can stop us here, can they? Trundle might just be sitting in base, waiting for it to end. Yeah. That is GG's. If you guys enjoyed this new Malphite, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to hack the algorithm. My name is King Sticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.